Good afternoon, Tokyo. 26 years ago, when I co-founded Gameville in Seoul, the cultural center of Asia was this city here. Manga, anime, games, J-pop. Japan was the teacher, Korea was the student. Something has changed, not because Japan got weaker, but because Korea found new rail to run on. Those rails were built with technology. Today, what happened, why, and what it means for you. Quickly, why I'm here. Year 2000, we built world first mobile games on black and white feature phones, Gameville. Now Come to Us Holdings. 2013, we acquired Come to Us. Summoners were made over $3 billion across 200 countries. And MLB 9 Innings, worldwide #1 MLB licensed baseball mobile games in terms of revenue. 2020, I founded Quid Ventures, about $240 million under management, 100 plus portfolio companies, Seoul, LA, Palo Alto base. Everything I share today, I have built or invested in. My main message, the K-Wave didn't happen by itself. It was built on technology. Mobile distribution, AI recommendation, streaming platforms, Webtoon infrastructure, game designs. None of this is glamorous. You don't see it when you watch Squid Game, but it sits underneath everything. Three-part today: scale, comparison, and money. Part one, the scale. A country of 51 million people, now the world #2 exporter of on-screen contents. The numbers, 8 numbers, 5 categories, 1 inflection point. #2 on Netflix globally. 4th largest music export market. $7.8 billion webtoon market, a format Korea invented. Foreign dermatology patient of 117 times since 2009. 13.6 billion in K-food exports. K-cosmetics is global #2, ahead of the US. 8% of all Netflix viewing, driven by Korea alone. And $9.3 billion K-pop industry. This is not a moment, this is a structural shift. K-drama. Look at this chart. Of all non-US hit in Netflix global top 500, Korea alone holds 17%. The UK is 11 and Japan is 6. I showed this not to rank, but to mark the moment. Korean content drives roughly 8% of Netflix viewing worldwide. Squid Game Season 2, 840 million hours in last year. There is no version of this chart in a pre-Netflix world. K-pop. K-pop is now the 4th largest music export in the world, behind only the US, UK, and Canada. 10 years ago, this was unthinkable. The clearest signal is Spotify. K-pop streams are up 362% in 5 years. In 2024, K-pop became the most streamed genre globally on Spotify Wrapped first. APT, do you know this song? Apart. Yeah, the Rose and Bruno Mars crossed into mainstream pop radio. This is the real test of the virtual genre. K-games. Games are where my career began, so allow me one slide. Korea redefined 3 game genre. First wave, the MMORPG. Late 1990s, Lineage, Baram, Ion. Korean studios invented the persistent online world. The second wave, global mobile free-to-play. In 2013, Summoners were over $3 billion revenue. Third wave is one of the one Korea was not supposed to win, PC and console. Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, but now PUBG, Stella Blade, Red Desert, Solo Leveling Arise. Korea is showing up where it was never expected to compete. K-Webtoon. Webtoon is the clearest case of Korea inventing a format and exporting it. 2003, Naver launched a simple experiment, long vertical scroll comics designed for a phone, paid by chapter. 23 years later, $8 billion global market. One number for this audience, in particular in Japan, home of the world's greatest the manga tradition. The number one digital comics app is Picoma, made by Kakao from Korea. Past $600 million in overseas revenue. Korean infrastructure now carries Korean contents and world contents too. K-Beauty, a number I still double check every time I say it. Q1 2025, Korea exported $3.61 billion of cosmetics. The US, $3.57 billion. Korea is now the world number 2, behind only France. $2 billion of that is annual sales in the US, up from near zero 10 years ago. Now legacy brand, indie brands on Amazon, COSRX, Beauty of Joseon, Medicube. We'll come back to how in part 2. Next is K-food. Food is where halo effect becomes physical. Korean Michelin-starred restaurant nearly doubled since 2015, 24 to 40. K-food export hit $13.6 billion last year. The most interesting moment came after Culinary Class Wars on Netflix. Within 5 weeks, visit to its chef's restaurant of 42%, reservations of 300%. Streaming is a demand engine for the physical world. K-Medical. If beauty is the product, medical is the destination. Foreign dermatology patient in Korea from 60,000 in 2009 to over 700,000 in 2024. 117 times growth in 15 years. The number this audience will recognize. The number one origin country is Japan. 43.7%. Why? Korean aesthetic procedures cost 2 to 3 less than Tokyo or Singapore, with same or better technology. K-drama creates desire, K-medical converts it into cash flow. Part 2, why it happened. Before this section, one note. The Japanese IP playbook, manga, anime, games, merchandise is the reason modern IP exists. You know, Dragon Ball, Ghibli, Pokemon, Nintendo. You wrote the book. I learned from it. Korea did not replace it. Korea wrote the second one for a different era. Two paths to a global IP. Left side, the classic Japanese pipeline. Manga first, studio-led value chain, artist with editor, weekly serial, anime, games, merchandise, deeply curated. Decades of compounding craft. Right side, the Korean platform-native funnel. Web novel first. Written by amateur on Moonpia or Kakao page. If it earns paid reads, it becomes a webtoon. If it lands, a Netflix drama, then games and anime. Both produce masterpieces. Japan starts with craft, then scales. Korea starts at scale, then lets craft emerge from the data. Neither is better. They are made for different eras. Korean IP funnel. Let me make this concrete with one case, solo leveling. Stage 1, web novel. An amateur named Chugong post chapters on Kakao page in 2016. Readers pay per episode. The platform sees what works. Stage 2, Webtoon, 2018. Crosses 14 billion views worldwide. Stage 3, video Netflix. Around it, Sweet Home, Itaewon Class, True Beauty. Stage 4, Games and Anime. Solo Leveling arrived from Netmarble. The anime by A1 Pictures in Japan. Japan and Korea now adapting each other's IP. One author, 9 years, 4 platforms. Each stage de-risks the next. Why was Korea able to build this funnel? One structural insight. Korean webtoon platforms let ordinary people write professionally. Traditional publishing picks the story before the market does. An editor reads, an editor decides. But Korean platforms, Moonpia Kakao Page, flipped that. Anyone post, readers pay by chapter. The platform see what lands. That data filters the next stage. Best novels become webtoons. Best webtoons become dramas. Best dramas become games and anime. At every step, failure is cheap. K-pop engineer. From IP to talent, the most misunderstood thing about K-pop outside Korea, K-pop is not a genre. K-pop is a production system. 5 stages, the scout, global auditions, 5 to 10,000 applicants per agency every year, then train, 3 to 7 years on contract, debut, concept, visual, music, fandom seated before the first song, and scale, direct to fan, localize, Japan, UK, and Latin America. Same machine, different outputs. K-pop globalization. The phase even industry people missed. Korea is no longer just exporting K-pop music. Korea is exporting the K-pop system itself. NiziU, all Japanese members, JYP and Sony. K-pop training inside Japan, #1 in domestic market. And Team, HYBE, Japan-based. Dear Alice, first all-British K-pop style group with the BBC. KATSEYE, global English speaker girl group from HYBE. The members change, but the system stays. Underneath all of this is fandom. Old music model is label signs artist, artist makes album, label makes some money. Korean model rewilded. Super fans are monetized directly. 3 platforms. Weverse, owned by HYBE, 12 million monthly users, 263 minutes per users per month, profitable last year. Bubble by SM and NiziU, 2.8 million paid subscribers, $4 per month for one-on-one messages. BeStays by Be My Friends, Squid Ventures invested this company. Fandom as a service for about 1,000 artists. HYBE, a record $1.86 billion last year revenue from the different source. K-Beauty, playbook. Quick one on the structural story behind K-Beauty. Korean brands don't win because they are better at marketing than L'Oreal. They win on 20 years split. One side, indie brands, design brand story. COSRX, Beauty of Joseon, Medicube, small teams. Other side, 2 OEM giant, Cosmex and Kolma Korea. Each over $1.3 billion in last year. Formulation, manufacturing, quality at world-class scale. New brand can launch with just $500,000 and can hit #1 on Amazon without ever owning a factory. This is a new chapter, the one I'm most excited about. A few months ago, OpenAI launched ChatGPT, the world's first art platform officially listed on that ecosystem is the Korean startup called R2. Ventures invested. At OpenAI's Korea office launch, only one startup shared the stage with LG, Kakao, SK Telecom. That startup was R2. If artists are on R2, it's searchable on AI. The AI interface for AI is R2. The same layer reaches K-contents, fashion, beauty, travel next. Korea is first in the queue. Okay, part 3, where we put our capital. 100 plus portfolio companies across the K-culture stack and the AI infrastructure underneath. Ventures founded 2020 Seoul, about $240 million across 9 active funds, roughly 50% of capital in K-culture, the others in AI, tech, and bio. K-music. When K-pop revenue shifted from China to North America and Europe, we invested in the rails. Kai Media, known as Hello 82, K-pop albums and merch distribution for US and EU. Most of revenue from those two regions, 16 times growth in 3 years. Coco Dive export to 200 plus countries. Their own logistics center cut delivery from 25 days to 3 days. Chartmetric, the world #1 music data analytics platform used by Hive SM, Sony, Universal. Infrastructure whales under Fandom, where returns compound. K-Game and K-Media, where Webtoon IP and Star developers and AI production meet. A-Button, founded by Daewon Kim, former Nexon Executive Vice President, AAA MMORPG and Steam shooter. In parallel, we invested as a sole VC. Offbeat, game adaptation of global hit Webtoon IP, omniscient reader's viewpoint. Original web novel, 400 million plus views. Anime and games are being developed. Galaxy Corporation, G-Dragon's agency, celebrity IP plus AI production. Target IPO valuation around $1 billion. Finally, the physical world layer and AI infra. Ology, premium medical aesthetics, bringing the Korean clinic experience to the United States. Founded by a global business operator and Harvard-trained, board-certified dermatologist. Sopo, Manhattan fast casual Korean home cooking, 12-seat kitchen, 4.8 stars on Google. They are expanding the second restaurant. Furiosa AI, Korea's top family's AI semiconductor unicorn. The Renegade chip, about 2 times the performance per watt of equivalent NVIDIA product on key inference workload. And final page. Before I close, 5 lessons for anyone export their own culture. 1. Amateur first platforms. Let ordinary people create before expert pick winners. Open the gate. 2. Data-driven production. Every stage of funnel needs a measurable signal. Stop guessing, start measuring. 3. Systematize talent. Idol, chef, dermatologist. Invest in training and pipeline, not one-off superstars. 4. Own the distribution wheel. Cultural export means owning the checkout, not just the content. 5. Design for localization from day one. Export the system, not just the product. Every country here, Japan included, has cultural asset the world wants. The question is whether you have the platform, the data, and the will to carry them. Korea, Japan, the world, there is the chapter ahead of us. The best version is one we write together. If you are building in culture, AI gaming, or the infrastructure beneath them, okay, let's talk together. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaejoon.